The cold wind whipped across the deserted gas station as a man parked his aging pickup truck under the flickering lights. The sky was overcast, heavy with clouds threatening rain. Inside the small convenience store, a woman sat on the curb, her face buried in her hands, shoulders trembling with quiet sobs. The man, Jason Mitchell, a 32-year-old single dad with short brown hair and tired hazel eyes, froze for a moment. Something about her pain struck him like a lightning bolt. He had spent years juggling work, bills, and raising his 7-year-old daughter Sophia on his own, always believing that the world was too harsh for kindness. Yet, seeing her vulnerability, he felt an undeniable pull to step in. If you believe in kindness, second chances, and moments that can change lives forever, please like, comment, share, and subscribe to our channel. Stories like this remind us that even small acts can have a profound impact. Jason approached slowly, careful not to startle her. She looked up, red-eyed and exhausted, and he noticed the remnants of tears on her cheeks. Her name was Hannah Riley, a 28-year-old woman with chestnut hair loosely tied back, wearing a faded blue jacket over a simple gray sweater and worn jeans. Her hands were calloused, and her shoes were scuffed, hinting at struggles she carried silently. As a single dad, Jason knew what it felt like to bear burdens in silence, to hide pain behind a mask of control. He asked if she was okay, and though her voice cracked, she managed to whisper about her car breaking down, leaving her stranded miles from home, unable to call for help due to a dead phone. Her story struck a chord in Jason. He remembered nights when he had no choice but to drive long distances to keep Sophia safe and fed. Without hesitation, he offered to call a tow truck and let her warm up inside his truck while he waited. For Hannah, that gesture was the first light she had seen in days. Life had been relentless, a job lost, debts mounting, and family miles away. She had been crying not just for the broken car, but for the helplessness that had begun to define her life. The warmth of Jason's truck and the quiet kindness in his eyes gave her the strength to breathe again, to remember that even in despair, human connection existed. While waiting, they shared stories cautiously, each revelation peeling back layers of pain and resilience. Jason spoke of his daughter Sophia, the daily struggles of being a single parent, and the exhaustion that came with trying to make ends meet. Hannah spoke of moving across states in search of work, the loneliness that accompanied her, and the hope that somehow, someone would notice her struggle before it consumed her entirely. Each word, each glance, carried weight. The storm outside mirrored their internal battles, yet inside the truck, a fragile warmth began to grow. Hours passed. By the time the tow truck arrived, Jason had offered Hannah a ride to her aunt's home nearby, refusing any payment. He didn't expect anything in return. But Hannah, overwhelmed by gratitude and moved by his selflessness, did something he would never forget. She reached into her bag and handed him a small envelope, saying that he deserved more than words could convey. When he opened it later, inside was a handwritten letter, simple but profound, a note of gratitude, hope, and a request to keep spreading kindness. Alongside it was a small check, enough to cover some overdue bills, but more importantly, a reminder that acts of compassion ripple beyond the moment they occur. Jason drove home that night feeling a strange mixture of disbelief and warmth. The encounter with Hannah had reminded him of the profound impact of empathy, the kind that requires no recognition, only courage to act. That envelope, those words, became a talisman for him, a reminder that even amidst the struggles of single parenthood, and the monotony of daily survival, moments of human kindness could reignite hope and purpose. In the weeks that followed, Jason's life began to change subtly but significantly. He was more patient with Sophia, more open to helping others in small ways, and more aware of the struggles hidden in the people around him. Hannah and he kept in touch, exchanging letters that were more than just gratitude, they were reflections on life, struggles, and shared resilience. Each correspondence reminded him that life's small gestures often have immense power. Months later, a job opportunity unexpectedly opened up in his field, providing stability he hadn't imagined. Jason didn't know if it was coincidence or a direct ripple effect of that night, but he accepted it with humility and gratitude. Hannah's unexpected act had reminded him that even when life seems relentless, moments of connection could redirect the course of a life, sometimes in ways too profound to anticipate. If this story touched your heart, if it reminded you that even a simple act of kindness can change someone's life forever, please like, comment, and share this video. Your support helps us tell more stories that inspire hope and humanity. Before this story ends, I want to ask you, comment below and tell us, have you ever helped a stranger when you didn't expect anything in return? Your story might inspire someone else to act. Jason never saw himself as a hero, he was just a father trying to do the right thing. But that night, under the flickering lights of a gas station, he realized that heroism often comes quietly, through small gestures, and that one compassionate act can echo through a lifetime. From then on, he carried that lesson in every choice he made, teaching Sophia not just to survive, but to see and act with empathy in a world that often overlooks it.